With the recent release of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, I thought it would be fun to revisit Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones total conversion mod. This mod lets you play in the world of Song of Ice and Fire across a wide range of time periods. Want to rule during the reign of the Mad King, or take to the skies as a dragon rider back when dragons still dominated the world? Those options and many more are available. For this run though, we will be following the adventures of Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire Egg, also known as Aegon Targaryen. This means playing as an adventurer rather than a landed noble, which offers a very different playstyle. Adventurers are landless noble characters who roam the world with a camp and a band of followers, unlocking their own unique lifestyle perks. Without the steady income of land and titles, adventurers make their gold by completing contracts for rulers and must carefully manage provisions to keep their camp on the move. Different roles open up different types of contracts, shaping how your journey unfolds. So let's see what kind of trouble and adventure Dunk and Egg managed to stumble into today. Spoiler warning, while we don't dive too deeply into them, there will be minor spoilers from the Tales of Dunk and Egg novellas, as well as the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms show. Consider yourself warned. A dead prince, an exiled prince, and a grieving realm. This all my dreams amounted to in Ashford. In my eagerness to be a great knight, I have cast a shadow over this tourney, one that it will fear will stretch over the entire realm. Before this tourney, I was a simple hedge of the knights, a knight of the hedges, but now my name is known to the houses of the dragon, the lords low and high. If only I could serve Sir Arlen. After the Ashford tourney, it felt like the smart move was to get the heck out of Dodge. The game gives you the choice to head straight to Sunspear or roam freely. We decided to travel to Sunspear while hitting as many points of interest as possible along the way. We had two main goals for this run. First, we wanted our little egg to hatch into a full-blown knight. Once he gets to 100, we can then have him become a knight, and maybe he'll stick around and we'll continue our adventures together. By taking the decision to train our squire every few weeks, the goal was pretty achievable, especially since Egg started out as a 9-year-old with a little bit of knowledge already. Our second objective was to earn the knight's errant title through the decision. We needed to become a well-known sword for hire and complete 10 prowess or martial focused contracts. King's Landing. We also have the lovely Dragonstone with its sweet ass dragon's table, as you can see, very cool. There's also the wall, which is massive. You can barely see over it. You can't even see over it. It's that massive. Look at how thick that boy is. It's a thick wall. Our first event, a martial contest. There is Alfred the Jorget. He is a giant. I have a question. They call him the Tall. If our boy Duncan the Tall is as tall as a giant, or if it's not true at all. How tall is he? Okay, so Duncan is considered under a foot or inch under, I think it's an inch under 7 feet. So this guy's like, what, 7'5", 7'6"? So he's definitely playing in the NBA without a doubt. By the time we reached Sunspear and picked up a few odd jobs around the area, disaster struck. A plague broke out, claiming countless lives. Oh, baby boy, is this a scripted event? It must be. Great Spring Sickness. There is an apocalyptic plague hitting King's Landing, including King Daeron himself. The Great Spring Sickness spares no one. The crown has passed to King Valar. The plague has taken the king. My lord, the letter is marked with a seal. Targaryens have arrived in the King Landing. King Daeron died from Sunset Plague. This is Dunk's oldest brother. He is now technically, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in line. So 2 people have passed and now he has moved up the ranks. Within 10 minutes, the realm was already tearing itself apart with civil war. The War of Aegon's Bastards. Aegon IV, to be exact, are known as King Darion's sibling. And there is a big war ahead, and it looks like the people who have joined his side are weird. Weirdly enough, we have the Stormlanders, we have the Westerland, we have Sunspear, and many nights. This looks like it just kicked off. Holy smokes. The conflict lasted only 2 years, but it completely reshaped the realm. House Martell lost control of Dorne and was reduced to a minor lord, while House Blackmont took over as Lord Paramount. No surprise there, considering their family ties to the king. Lord Protector Blackmont. What about the Westerly? Still Lannister. Why is the Lannister still allowed to be in charge, but the Martells have been sent home? Sent packing? Huh. As the Great Spring Sickness ran its course, we decided to ask for a tourney to be hosted, because in CK3 AGOT, adventurers can just do that. There looks to be a joust, a melee, and a ceremony, so we can go around doing a couple things at the temple, gain some faith, tavern, we meet some of the competitors, village, population opinion and county control. That's not really our person. Artisan, maybe we can score a 6 sword. We performed well in the jousting, but were unfortunately unhorsed by Lord Clayton of Nailstone. Founded. Clayton has beat us and won the joust tournament. Most unfortunate. We've lost the trait Wounded though. We gained some prestige and some money, and we get jouster for a couple years, which is good. The next tournament is a melee, which we're good at. During the melee, we discovered that the king himself was competing. Let's just hope history doesn't repeat itself. Oh my god, the king is at this? Oh shit, I didn't realize the king was at this event. Last time I was in an event like this, your father died. So maybe don't participate in this. Spirited competition, we have our winners. Lady Diana teams beats King Valar's in the contest. Sweet. So we get to go away. We get, I don't think we get anything. We don't get the prize armor. We don't get the prize sword, but we do gain some experience in both horse and on foot, which is great. From there, we traveled to Highgarden and began forming a small band of troops just in case another civil war broke out, or if we decided to jump across the sea to Essos and fight wars in the Free Cities. While in Highgarden, Egg finally came of age. We united him, and thankfully he chose to stay with us in camp, technically able to become a knight, right? Offer knighthood. We can make Aegon as your squire. He loses that. He gains opinion. He gains 100% into knighthood. Let us offer him his knighthood. Awesome. We have Sir Aegon Targaryen. He stays with us though, right? He doesn't leave. We don't immediately lose him. That would be sad if he immediately moved on. I was worried that he would be forced to return home, but instead we immediately made him our second, allowing his intelligence to continue to guide us and support us in our adventure. With Egg now grown into a man, it might be time for Dunk the Lunk to get a bit more educated. After spending some time in the Reach, especially around Standfast, we tried and failed to catch the eye of Lady Rhaenyra. From there, we headed to the only university in Westeros, Old Town. Dunk studied hard, but all we managed to get for our whopping 218 gold was a very minor education boost. Why don't we keep in touch with both of them and then have them join us? Dragon lore has increased at the Citadel. We've finished our education there. Unfortunately, we did not get as much as I would like, but we still got a decent amount with a point increase and 1 martial increase itself. Still, things were looking up for both Dunk and Fully Grown Egg because another tourney was being held, this time in the Iron Islands. The events were chess, archery, and wrestling. Given how poorly Dunk performed in school, you'd think chess would be out of his depth, but match after match, every opponent fell. Our knowledge of warfare to keep winning, and it seems like we have one once again. Dunk the Lunk! Actually good at something. Somehow won the chess tournament. Archery was even smoother. No one could touch us. Finally came wrestling. The game told us that we were a shoe-in to win, and once again, bout after bout went our way. Dude, are we about to clean sweep this tournament? Yo, no doubt in my mind we're about to clean sweep this tournament. After that loss at the university, this is exactly what Dunk needed until the final match against Lord Donnell, the Lord Protector of the Vale. At first, we struggled to put him away, and he was starting to taunt us after slamming Dunk into the arena wall. Dunk shouted at him to face him and not the crowd. And then made one final push. Disaster struck. Somehow during the bout, the Lord of the Vale killed Dunk, cutting short a life that was meant to accomplish so much. Captain Dunk of Dunk's camp has abandoned his mortal coil at 28 years old. In a tournament wrestling bout, a man of pleasant disposition, he was remembered for his benevolent ruler. Your liege has come to an end. For over a decade, you have been followed of the dynasty of Lowborn. And because we hadn't selected a successor, it ended our run entirely with a brutal game over. If we want to continue this run, what we'd probably do is play as this guy until we can switch to Aegon, our future inheritor of the lands. Did he get all the money? Did he get all the sword and stuff like that? Yeah, he did get all that stuff. His egg, and we'd probably swear vengeance on Dunk's killer. Was accidentally killed by Lord Donald. I had a feeling when we went into that wrestling match that there was I was just remembering to myself, isn't there an event that gets your character killed? And apparently there is. But I think that's all we have for you today. Thanks so very much for watching this. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, have a good rest of your day. Ciao, guys.